All right, guys, back in the shop. Went out to Shaka Hobbies this morning, do a couple test run videos for the Midnight Edition Blazer and the Ecto rat thing. So, couple issues. One, my radio, the clicky wheel is doing that. One click sometimes gets you 30. Trying to set the trims was a nightmare. It's shot. So, as soon as money allows, it's time to take that leap forward with the, oh, I forgot what it's called now. That good radio that everybody's been talking about. The Noble Pro, the Noble Plus. I think the Plus will do it for me. We can add batteries and things as needed. But I appreciate everybody that's talked to me in person and in comments and messages and stuff about those. I feel pretty confident I can figure out how to make it work. And I'm pretty confident it'll do everything I need and then a whole lot more that we can grow into. So, couple issues with the truck. So no issues at all with the body. I rolled it quite a few times, actually. There's some chips. Got a pretty good scratch right here in the top. Only went down to our primer layer. I rolled it off of the rocks completely down into concrete. It held up fantastic. One little issue I ran into before I left, I couldn't fit the same battery in. I ended up running like a 2003 cell little Helios pack in there. And I had to run an adapter and stuff because I don't have a whole lot of XT60 batteries right now. I talked to the guys at Helios and see if I can get some newer versions of things. It's been a while since I've gotten any batteries, and now that I know the size or constraints, so it's a little tricky. It is in the straps, and it does kind of just wedge between the body. It does not move. Like I said, I rolled it several times, no issues whatsoever. So I've got one complaint with the truck. It's very lightweight. We do have plastic axle housings. We've got all the weight up front. I think the lightweight rear and the torsion arm and swing arm type thing works great. It keeps the rear planted. When you get the front all articulated, you've got this torsion arm helping keep it from going over too far. So side hilling and full lock to or articulation, opposing articulation, it felt fantastic. But the truck feeling very light, and now it's a little more top heavy, obviously with the hard body. This stuff is not super heavy, but it's heavier than a Lexan body. We've got 3 sections and wood in the back. It's still lightweight, but we've added some up top mass to it, which not a bad thing at all. So I feel like these tires are a little firm for what I was trying to do. And that type of rock, it's a very serious rock. The poor TF2 Blazer, it did good on it, as good as it could with as serious of a crawling course as that is. So this thing I felt needed to be a little more planted. We don't have enough weight on the axle, or we need a softer tire. So I started glancing at options. They make everything under the sun for these Element chassis, but I wanted to get you guys' opinion first because this is kind of new to me. I haven't really crawled in a long time since the first SCX10s came out 15 years ago, and yeah, I've never done the brass stuff or any of that. So what I want to know, comment below, what is necessary on this? Can I get by with just like brass hubs and knuckles for the front and maybe like a diff cover, or do I need to do the full axle housing? I've got no complaints with the drivetrain. The Reefs 500 I think needs a little more voltage. I'd like to squeeze a little bit bigger battery in there. The Fusion Pro, phenomenal, plenty of top end, plenty of low end, and it's super controllable. And that's something else too that we can dive into more with when we get that Noble radio. We can set everything through that from what I've seen to be able to fine-tune throttle responses and things like that. But again, I'm not mad at the truck at all, but I feel like we need a little more weight down low. So I don't know, skid plates. That was one issue on that size rock. I was catching the diff quite a bit. You can see it's got a lot of rock rash, that red rock. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your recommendations are. What are you guys doing with your Element chassis? Are you doing brass knuckles, extra weight, just replacing stuff with weighted parts? Any weight at all? Are you just running a certain tire? And has anybody got hard bodies on theirs? And what kind of stuff are you doing with yours? But overall, I'm really happy with the truck. I'm really happy that I went ahead and personalized it and made it my own. I love the platform. It's so capable. And I just hated the Lexan. And that was the big turnoff for me, was having a Lexan bodied rig. So now I'm not worried about. I can roll it. I can beat it. I can get rough with it and do all the stuff that I could with the Lexan body, and we're not really going to hurt it too bad. I would have to throw this off of a 2 or 3 story building to crack that body. These 3D prints are super tough. Nylon 12, won't warp in the sun. It's just, it's not like a broken record saying all that, but it's really impressive what 3D print quality has gotten to these days. And that's why I'm proud of my product that I sell. So I do test them, I do beat them, and I really can't wait to take this to like an actual event and get to crawl it and do some stuff on some real trails, something a little more mixed, a little more nature. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys recommend. I was looking at it, it is all quite pricey, looking at like brass knuckles, tire axle housings. I don't want to do portals. I know portals would help with my catching the diff cover issue, but that's one of the reasons I like the Element over some of the other things like the Red Cat and the Traxxas, is because it doesn't have portals. And not many rigs in real life have portals, so that's why I want to try to keep it true to scale in that regard at least. So looking for your input, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Kind of keep this one short. I'm not going to go spend a couple $100 on stuff. I'd like to just fine tune it, do one piece at a time, do some crawling, see how it does, and go from there. So I definitely am planning on keeping the swing arm and sway bar set up in the rear as long as we can. It's not really restricting anything to me, it looks like, and it's giving us that little extra bit of tension that we need when we're up on 3 wheels to push one of the rears back down. I think that really lends to handling the weight of the hard body better. But like I said, weight down low. So keep it scale, guys. Comment below your suggestions, and I'll see you in the next one.